Accomplished. You notice what Caitlyn Clark accomplished just now. She made a statement in addition to defeating Cheryl Reeve's team. Buckle up because we're going to dive into the statistics and highlights that left everyone in awe. Let's start by talking about the numbers. Clark's performance was so amazing that it left everyone wondering how she could not be on the Olympic team. Now, let's break down exactly what made Clark's performance so jaw-dropping. It's not just about the numbers, it's how she got them that's truly amazing. Remember those long-range bombs I mentioned? Clark was dropping them from way beyond the arc, forcing opponents to guard her practically at half court, and when they did, she'd blow them by with lightning-fast speed. Clark didn't just show up. She dominated. Her stat line was off the charts, proving why she's rapidly becoming one of the league's most feared players. Initial actions. She appears to be playing chess while the others are playing checkers, but this is where things start to get interesting. People have compared Clark to some of the greatest players of all time because of her extraordinary court awareness, which is characterized by her making plays that no one else sees and threading passes through incredibly tight windows to find teammates they didn't even know were open. Even more amazing is the way that Clark's genius is improving her team as a whole. We're witnessing players like Kelsey Mitchell score more points and IH Boston dominating the paint. It's not just the Clark show. It's the Clark effect that raises the bar for play for everyone in her vicinity. Now, you may be asking yourself, okay, but how does she compare to the best in the league? As a rookie, Clark is already leading in assists and scoring among the highest points, which is not only good but historically good. We're talking about a first-year player who becomes one of the best in the league right away. But what really makes Clark stand out is her ability to alter the course of the game, forcing entire defenses to alter their tactics in order to contain her coach. As the seasons went on, we saw Clark's game change as well. She's not just relying on her amazing shooting and passing, she's reading defenses better, making smarter decisions with the ball, and even improving on defense. It's like watching a superstar be born right in front of our eyes, and let's not forget the impact off the court. Cheryl Reeve even likened this moment to the NBA's arrival of Bird and Magic. Arenas are now sellout events due to Clark's presence. As you would imagine, her zeal isn't just impacting her squad, it's exciting the entire league. Her jersey sold out everywhere. Clark had a fantastic game, but what did Cheryl Reeve actually think? Prepare yourselves because Reeve's post-game remarks are going to wow you. Let's establish the scene. When Reeve begins speaking, everyone leans in, and boy did she have something to say. Reeve didn't just praise Clark, she compared her to some of the greatest names in basketball history. Remember, this isn't just any coach, this is the coach of the USA Olympic team, the same coach who didn't select Clark for the Olympic squad. Reporters are swarming around Reeve, eager to hear her thoughts. Reeve said Clark's arrival in the WNBA is like when Larry Bird and Magic Johnson hit the NBA. That's not just high praise, that's legendary status. But Reeve didn't stop there. She pointed out how Clark is the reason for sold-out tickets across the WNBA. Think about that for a second. A rookie is filling arenas in her first season. That's not normal, folks. That's star power. Reeve even went as far as to say Clark is changing the face of the game. Let that sink in. The Olympic coach is saying a rookie is transforming the entire sport. It's not just about her skills on the court, it's about how she's making other teams completely change their game plans. Now you might be wondering, why does Reeve's opinion matter so much? Well, remember who Reeve is. As the Olympic coach, her words carry serious weight when she talks the basketball world. Listens, and right now she's Clark's future talking about Clark like she's the next big thing in women's basketball. So what does all this mean for Clark's future? It's huge. Reeve's remarks are essentially a flashing neon sign indicating that we might have erred in leaving her off the Olympic team. It's as though Reeve is essentially shouting from the rooftops that the WNBA should take full advantage of the Clark phenomenon, but it goes beyond the Olympics. If Clark can have this kind of an impact as a rookie, imagine what she could do with more experience under her belt. Now that we've witnessed Clark's incredible performance and Reeve's jaw-dropping reaction, let's discuss the elephant in the room. When the Olympic roster was revealed, many people were shocked to see that Clark's name was missing. It's not like Clark came out of nowhere. She was already making waves in college basketball, setting records and turning heads. So some argue that experience played a big role. Clark's Olympic snub. Why wasn't this rising star a pick for Team USA in the first place? This question has basketball fans buzzing, and it's even more puzzling after what we just witnessed. The Olympic team frequently selects seasoned athletes who have demonstrated their abilities over time, but here's the thing: Clark isn't your typical rookie. She leads the league in assists and scoring, and her play is all-star level. Some claim that it's due to team camaraderie and fit, but let's face it, have you ever watched Clark play? Let's now discuss what Clark may have contributed to Team USA. Court vision is incredible. She improves everyone around her, which is precisely what you want in an Olympic team player. First of all, her long-range shooting is unbelievable. We're talking half-court shots that truly go in that sort of threat, opening up the entire court and stretching the defense. Her passing is also so good that it seems like she has eyes in the back of her mind. Just think of what she could accomplish if she were an Olympic athlete. There is talent all around her, but Clark brings more than just skills to the table. She is a star who fills arenas everywhere she goes. Her energy is infectious. Just think of the Paris crowd. It would be electrifying if Clark took the court. This is where things start to get really interesting. Team USA has 2 injured players, including Diana Taurasi. That's a big hole to fill. And who better to step in than the hottest player in the WNBA right now? Reeve herself hinted at rethinking Clark's inclusion after seeing her play. She said Clark is changing the face of the game. That's not just praise, that's a coach realizing she might have made a mistake. So, what do you think? Should Clark have been on the Olympic team from the start, or is it too soon to put her on the world stage? The debate is heating up, and after Clark's recent performance, it's only getting hotter. One thing's for sure: leaving Clark off the Olympic team is looking more and more like a missed opportunity. We're not just talking about a good player. Here we're talking about someone who could potentially transform women's basketball on a global scale. But Clark's impact isn't just confined to the court. Have you noticed how the energy in WNBA arenas has changed? Lately, it's like a wave of excitement is sweeping through the league, and Clark is riding the crest. Let's talk about what's happening off the court. Ticket sales are through the roof everywhere the Indiana Fever goes. Arenas are packed. It's not just home games either. When Clark and the Fever come to town, it's suddenly the hottest ticket in basketball. Everyone knows that the reason our teams are selling out around the league is because Caitlyn Clark and the Indiana Fever are coming to town, which is enormous coming from the Olympic coach. But it's not just about filling seats. Cheryl Reeve herself noted this up. We're talking about the kind of attraction that Clark's impact is having on individuals who have never even seen a WNBA game before. Can you believe that a 90-year-old woman went to her first WNBA game only to see Clark play? And let's not forget about merchandising. The jersey of Clark, they're going off the shelf more quickly than Clark's three-pointers. So good luck trying to find one. It's evident that fans aren't merely watching. They want to experience the Clark phenomenon. Let's focus on the Indiana Fever. Remember how bad they were the previous season? Since Clark arrived, everything has improved. They are winning more games, their scoring has increased, and there is a renewed sense of confidence in the air. It's not just Clark's individual brilliance, though. Her enthusiasm and playing style are motivating her teammates, including Kelsey Mitchell and Aaliyah. Boston is improving. The team has gone from being a bottom dweller to a must-watch basketball team. But now for the truly exciting part. Clark's influence might go method. We're discussing the possibility of expanding women's basketball internationally in addition to the WNBA. What do you think this means for the future of women's basketball? Could Clark be the player to elevate it to new heights? Some are drawing comparisons between her entrance and the NBA's transformation of Larry Bird and Magic John, which changed not just a team or a league, but the entire sport. Although her career is still in its early stages, the indications are there. There is no doubt that Clark is elevating the standard of the entire league with each game she plays, each fan she brings in, each jersey she sells. All of this adds up to something greater. We are witnessing a player who is not only exceptional on the court, but who has the ability to revolutionize the sport. The next time you see a sold-out or packed Clark jersey, keep in mind that this is about more than just one player having a successful season. It is about the future of women's basketball, and if Clark continues this trend, the future appears to be brighter than ever.